lady and find out some of the things that she is doing. She was a nominee for the BAF Awards, and we're gonna talk about all of those great things. So I tell you what, sit back, grab a couple bags of popcorn, and let's get started.
Make sure that her mic is pulled closer, because when she moves, it comes off the audio. I just want to make sure all the audio is good. Okay. And you are ready to go.
Hello, welcome to It's Your Life. I'm James Cooley, and wow, I tell you, we got this absolutely fantastic show coming your way today. We got the multi-talented. I mean, I just can't even come up with all the words to describe this young lady and all the great things that she's doing. Her name is Dianna Maria, and Michelle is going to tell you a little bit about her in a few minutes. But I tell you, entrepreneurship. Uh, this is one of the best in the business, and just a multi-talented young lady that we're going to get an opportunity to know about. And listen, the audience, if you want to be part of the conversation, that's 1-972-870-8704. So my absolutely fantastic co-host is in our home studio, and I'm in the Dallas studio. How you doing, Michelle?
Doing great. Really excited about the show today. I mean, my goodness, I only have one job. I can't imagine just doing all these things this fantastic guest is doing in her career. So take my hat off to her.
And she's doing it extremely well. And I tell you, hey Matt, man, we just got back from Chicago, and a couple of days ago, man, you talking about cold. Man, went to Chicago to see my son graduate from boot camp, and all of the boot camp, the Navy boot camp that is, go Navy, is absolutely fantastic. But man, I just can't deal with that weather.
Same here. And then it has a nerve to be cold here in Dallas.
Oh yes, and today it is kind of cold
Yes.
in Dallas, and but I tell you, uh, we are happy to be back. And I tell you, I want to get this show started. So Michelle, can you please tell our listening audience, first of all, the title of today's show and also the purpose of today's show?
Yes, the title of today's show is basically a sit-down conversation with a multi-talented, successful entrepreneur, Dianna Maria. And the purpose of the show today is answering the background of successful entrepreneur, owner, international fitness model, published cover model, Amazon #1 best-selling author, motivational speaker, and health and wellness lifestyle expert, Dianna Maria. Talk about her career as a successful entrepreneur, discuss the Dianna Maria fitness brand, and also her latest ventures, Dianna Maria Med Spa and I Am the Change.
Wow, you are the change, Diana. you
So
know,
are you.
hey, welcome back to the show. It's been a
Thank
while.
you.
I tell you, last time that we had you on, I think it was about 6, 7 months ago.
Or a little longer. It was good though.
But we had an absolutely wonderful time, and it's an absolute pleasure having you back on the show and all the great things that you are doing now and that you continue to do. And I know I'm not going to put you are doing now because you'll continue to grow and grow and grow and just
Right.
add to it. So, Diana, can you tell our listening audience a little bit about you and just tell us what motivates you?
Goodness. A little bit about me. It's tough to talk about yourself. But she just kind of laid it out. I am just living in my purpose. I am a woman who just day by day, always motivated, inspired. I never get enough. The grind is my life. I'm a very goal-oriented person, so I'm always setting goals. So although there's some things in the forefront, I'm already thinking about some things that I would like to do in my next move. I am a mother of a 6-year-old son. Goodness, I'm a daughter, a sister, cousin, granddaughter. I it's a lot of things that I've accomplished, but I still just kind of see myself as just that loving person that loves family and love to keep people on the right track and make their lives and their dreams come true.
Can you tell our listening audience where you grew up from? I mean, is that
I'm a Georgia peach. You know, we talked about this the last time. I'm like half country girl, half city girl. Those things will never leave me. My grandparents raised me. My mom's parents. She had me when she was 19, and I was my grandparents' baby. And yeah, grew up in the country, also the city. So I'm a little bit of both. Kind of old school
country
and
girl,
new
city
school.
girl? Yeah,
Yes.
you know, tell us some of the things that I know you said your grandmother was very influential in
Mhm.
your life.
Mhm.
What are some of the things that stick with you that your grandmother taught you that you live by today?
Definitely her strength. She went through a lot. And number one, you know, back then they had a lot of kids. She had 12 kids, but I think she had her first kid at like 13 or 14, and that was very, very normal back then. And she was just a woman of faith and strength. She, I don't do everything that you know she told me to do, right? Right. But when you just think about your upbringing and being very solid in your character and integrity, I truly, truly believe that I've gotten that from her, and it has just kind of stuck with me, which is one of the main reasons that integrity, respect, um, and a very strong character is extremely important in just about every single decision that I make. It's helped a lot in business as well as, you know, in my personal life.
Now,
Yep.
Diana, your bio states that were as an engineer, you worked in corporate America for a number of years. So my question to you is like a two-part question. Um, First of all, do you miss working in corporate America? And during that time when you did work in corporate America, did you always dream of being an entrepreneur?
So, do I miss it? Not necessarily. There is one thing that I do miss, though. I do miss a lot of the conversations, right? So, day to day, you're having very high level conversations and trying to resolve issues. I think that's one of the reasons that I'm extremely goal oriented. I'm a huge thinker. Thinking is actually one of my hobbies. And you know, when you're doing engineering work, you don't take opportunities to guess. It's like you know, and if you don't know, you ask and you find out. You know the way to do it. There is not so much room for error. Um, it was a male and still is a male dominated industry. I believe that me having to be stronger just so that I could get through day to day had a lot to do with those relationships. You know, it's tough already to be a woman in that industry. A little bit tougher when you're a black woman in that industry. And then I mean, I'll just put it out there. It is what it is. If you're not ugly, they're probably assuming that you're an admin, right? So there's another stripe. Like she's not ugly, she's smart, right? So I just learned not to say too much unless I knew the answer, and then you spend a great deal of time making sure that you know you were kind of ahead of the game. So I believe that that has truly, truly stuck with me, especially, you know, as it relates in business. So I'm a lot stronger than what the average person would believe that I am. As much as I do so much to try to help people change their lives, the other side of that is, you know, you have to make business decisions. And I have been kind of known as like the ice queen. I am, you know, I'm a nice person, I'm a good person, but when it comes down to making business decisions, I'm very, very hardcore, and I think that that's something that a lot of people do not know about me unless they've had to experience that. Um, and let's see, what was your other question?
My other question
I did not. But I did know that I didn't belong there. Um, I think as I went on in doing health and wellness as well as being an engineer, because I did both. So I worked full time as an engineer, and then when I left my job, the things that I did outside of that was all focused on health and wellness. So, huh, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't miss it because it is a big difference in being your own boss. I didn't feel like it was something that, sitting back thinking, should I be an entrepreneur? It takes a lot of guts to do that. So it was kind of great for me that I was kind of pushed in that space. I was laid off, so I had to make some things happen.
Wow. Hold that thought, because we got to take a station break. But we're going to come back, and we really going to delve off into you being an entrepreneur, the fun about it, and some of the challenges that might happen in it. If you want to be part of the conversation, that's 972-870-8704. It's Your Life. I'm James Cooley, and we'll be back shortly after the break. Great job. Now we're getting ready to get off into the meat of it. But I always like for our audience to get an opportunity to know who we are chatting with. Yeah, so break on, did we broke on time?
Oh, yeah, we're right on time.
Okay, so Michelle, I don't know if you can hear me, but what we're gonna do is I want to get off into entrepreneurial. I got the first couple of questions. You got a couple of questions after that, and we. No, I'm going to come back and start with number 4, and then I got the next one after that, and then unless you got something that you need to do, you got something. Okay, one second. I just need to
No problem.
grab.
We're good.
Because I want to keep grabbing that.
I'm fidgety, so I was like,
No, it was just something.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Let you know that we had to take a break, so you wouldn't get off into. I'm going to answer. Wow, I did not find a pen. No, I didn't.
hi.
I got one. Ready whenever you are, man.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. We got to get back to the show.
You ready?
Hello, welcome back to It's Your Life. I'm James Cooley. I tell you, we got this absolutely fantastic guest sitting in studio, in our Dallas studio. So it's not, just like I said, an absolute pleasure having her here. And she's been on the show before, and she's doing a lot of other things, like I mentioned in the beginning. But she is just started a new adventure. That's what I think, but I don't know. It could, I mean, new, and she's a pro at it, being an entrepreneur. So we're going to find out a little bit about that. And if you want to be part of the conversation, that's 972-870-8704. Dianna, so you just started this other company, other business, and tell us a little bit about it. First of all, is it all happiness? Is any challenges, or is just everything goes smoothly, just like you had the vision of it?
We know it's not smooth. We know that it's not smooth. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of work because I have never done anything in the med spa industry. It's a lot of trial and error, learning as you go, and that's just as it relates to the flow of things in the business, as it relates to what I need to do with my clients. That is kind of, that's probably going, like, that's the smooth stuff, right? It extremely well. People are having tremendous results. It's not like a typical med spa. I think typical med spas have, you can come in and get facials and Botox and stuff like this, along with some things that you can have done to the body. Mine specifically concentrates on body transformations. So it's sculpting, right? Cellulite reduction, fat reduction, non-surgical BBLs, which is the Brazilian butt lift. And I definitely want to talk about that,
Oh,
right?
we certainly got to talk about that, right?
Yeah, the non-surgical though. So yes, people are having tremendous results. Muscle building, the men are absolutely going crazy with already getting ahead of the game for summer and working on building their abs. Like I have a lot of male clients that are putting concentration on that, but it's been awesome. It's only been a little bit more than 30 days, and I am enjoying the journey and just ready to blow away Dallas Fort Worth.
Well, I mean, I think you're probably going to take the nation by storm.
Yes.
Now, I know you talked a little bit about it, but you developed the Dianna Maria Fitness brand, and you just talked a little bit about some of those things. Can you explain a little bit more of what is this brand?
Right. So I believe most people remember Dianna Forsberg. That was my married name. I've been divorced now almost 4 years, but when I got divorced, I was just really concerned with people not being able to find me. Like everything was all about, the Dianna Forsberg fitness brand. But I recently, within the last 6, 7 months, I kind of got a little pissed off, and and it's divorce, right? I mean, although it has been a long time, there's still like some lingering issues, right? And so, you just remember who you are. You remember that, you are the brand. You are the face of the brand. So I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I built this brand. This name is remembered because of me.
Okay.
Um,
Stop,
I'm
stop,
a totally
stop.
different person now.
Okay, stop 1 second. She can't hear me. So it's the problem we had before.
Okay.
Okay. Stand by. We will get this going. Sorry about that.
Okay.
All right. Stand by. We will do this.
Facebook family, sometimes when we're in studio, we have technical difficulty. Diana, you can continue to talk. The Facebook audience can hear you.
Okay, let me turn y'all both up.
Okay.
All right,
Go
all
ahead.
right. So what was I saying? The Dianna Maria
Well,
brand.
hold on. What I
Yeah,
remember
so-
you said you was a little pissed off.
Of course, right? So yeah, I just I got a little irritated by a conversation that I had ended up having with my ex-husband, and it was about like name and all of this stuff. Like I have built this brand, I built this name. I'm the reason that people even know that what that name is. And so you just have to sometimes realize who you are. What it is that you've built and who you are to your core. And I had already known that I was evolving. I knew that there was something greater and bigger. And I think it just took that situation for me to truly get back to the name that my mother gave me, right? My name is Dianna Maria. And there's so many other things, so many bigger things. And, sometimes you have to let some things go, rebuild, make it bigger, make it stronger. There is a lot to say, just in a name, but you are the name. Like you are building that legacy
Never mind.
for you, your family. These things that can continue on when you're dead and gone. And I made the decision actually very, very quickly. And it has been one of the best business decisions that I have ever made. I felt empowered. I felt really, really excited to be in the middle of my rebranding
share that too.
and
Yes,
build
I
my
would think.
empire.
No problem. Okay.
Did you guys need me to
Just keep talking.
continue?
Keep talking.
Okay. So yes, I'm still, you know, very, very excited about the things that I have accomplished, prior to the rebranding. But man, I don't think anybody knows who Dianna Maria is. It is a whole nother person on a whole nother level, and I'm really excited to share so much more. So much more is coming. But like you mentioned, there is, the Dianna Maria Med Spa. It's an entire empire. There's I Am the Change brand that is, you know, that brand was put together by me and one of my friends. I'm the founder and co-owner of it, and the two of us have been doing some phenomenal things with that. So just so many more things to come. So yeah,
Oh yeah.
brand
Yeah.
new.
And so, hey Matt,
Yeah.
are you still waiting to get in?
I had to reboot my computer.
Okay. So,
But keep going.
Donna, tell our listening audience a little bit. A modern fitness expert. It's so many things that probably formulated your thoughts in coming up with expanding your brand and adding these new products. Can you tell them a little bit about you? Because you have done it all, especially in the fitness world, the modeling world, and all of these great things. And I'm sure that what you did and what you're doing is probably inspiring others as we speak.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, I do have, the modeling background, and, still an international fitness model and competing. I did get my pro card, so, I am a professional bodybuilder. I haven't competed in a couple of years. Those things are awesome, right? I'm very, very happy that I've accomplished those things, and, you learn more. But I think outside of everything, I'm also a very, very strong businesswoman. I'm a businesswoman first. I give value to people. It, I don't think a day could go by that I'd be comfortable not being able to add value to people's lives. That's just something that I love to do. It keeps me happy. It helps me, right? So the more that I can help other people, it absolutely helps me, because I have, trials that I go through. I have challenges that I go through, and the more I can concentrate on helping other people enhance their lives, it helps me throughout my day. So
I believe that, just like we all have trials and tribulations, but you mentioned helping others and giving back to others, inspiring others, just seeing a smile on others' face. Those are the benefits, I believe, especially when we create a product and when we are, just doing great things
yeah.
and just helping others to see that you can do anything that you set your mind to.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And a lot of people,
She can hear us
especially
now.
since the
She can hear us
pandemic, folks have truly struggled with their weight, right? And so I already know that I have the ability to help people, transform their lives mentally and physically, and then to put treatments with it to enhance even what I can help them with it when I put pen to paper of, letting them know, writing up a plan for things for them to do, cardio, weight training, nutrition, and when you put that along with these, fabulous treatments to help them reach their goals, they're able to get there even faster.
How would you, so we're gonna recapture a little bit of this because we lost focus for a second. Okay, back. So we was talking about what inspired you to come up with a brand that you had already had under.
It's just an expansion, right? I'm very, very serious when I tell you that I literally made the decision to rebrand myself in probably 10 seconds. I'm really serious about that. In that moment, I realized you are not that name. You built that name. You're Dianna Maria. You can do whatever you want to do. Your name can be Sally Sue, but you are Dianna Maria. So you just take that, like, hey, I want to be remembered by being exactly who I am. I want to build, an empire that my son can take and expand it and make it bigger. Something that my mom, my dad, my siblings, my family can take and, they can expand it. So I was not, that last name. I am Dianna Maria.
Diana,
Yes, sir.
as a health and fitness expert, what are the different ways you provide to your clients their motivation to achieve the goals that they are seeking and they set out?
I don't even know if it's motivation.
Let me in on Zoom.
I believe that you help people concentrate on their strengths. You help them figure out why they've made the decisions that they've made. To be in that position of hey, there are some things that I want to change. I do need to concentrate on my wellness. You have to get to the core of it. That's one of the ways that my med spa is very different because I'm bringing a lot of the lifestyle coaching with it. And you figure out a plan based on their own schedules. If their schedule is out of whack, you help them put together a schedule that works for them, just depending on everything that they have going on in their lives.
We're going to have to start the second segment again.
So sometimes you may not be able to just straight up motivate them through, something that you say, but they are there because they're ready for the change and they know that you can help them get it.
Okay.
Uh-oh,
And Michelle,
Yes.
what we're going to do is we're going to start the second segment over. So Facebook, you just got 15 minutes of great information. So we're going to start it over from the beginning.
Okay.
Okay.
You
So
guys-
a lot of stuff we talked about down here, we're getting ready to repeat it again, if that's okay with
Sure.
you. Let me know when you're ready. Hello, welcome back. This is your life. I'm James Cool, and wow, I tell you, we got this absolutely fantastic guest here. And I tell you, just bringing enlightenment, joy, and especially in the being an entrepreneur and the things that she is doing. So, Diana, I got to ask you this question. In your opinion, I know you just started this new branding, this new adventure. Is everything as you envision it, no problems, no issue, or is there a combination as you figure this out that there are some challenges that you see and you correct to make sure that you get your product and your brand on the right track? Can you tell the listeners a little bit about that?
Issues. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, anytime you start a business, things are going to come up that you don't anticipate, you don't expect. Every single day is something very different. So, yeah, there are certainly hiccups, especially with it being, now a little bit more than 30 days. So many other things will come up, in the future. But you roll with it, you learn from it, and you just keep it moving.
And so, what was your vision by adding this new product line to a lot of existing things that you have?
I guess mostly it's just knowing that I have the ability to help even more people than I have in the past, and it's really about reaching the masses. So the vision that I have is the vision that I'm literally working on every single day, and that is like to have my phone ringing off the hook, lines wrapped around the door, everybody trying to get in there. So I am so grateful for the people who have come through. They're having tremendous results. They're really excited, like really, really excited. And they can relax when they come, which is something that I think I was surprised about, when they get treatments. Because when I, would have my own, I didn't really find it relaxing. But everyone is just like, oh man, like I could go to sleep. Like this is so awesome. This is amazing. So it's just nice that they feel very good. They are excited. Everyone has results after every single treatment, even the very first one. So it's just nice to know that they're excited to have made the decision, to work through that transformations along with me, to help them get where they need to go. Um, I don't know what else I could have envisioned. I think that the vision that I have is so much bigger than what it is now. Like I see billboards. You mentioned like me being in, other states. I see all of that. So I feel like this is like a little baby just crawling. Even though it has started out great and strong, it's still just that little baby just crawling and ready for the next level.
Can you tell our listeners a little bit that because they might know you under a previous name, under a previous brand,
Yes.
and can you tell us a little bit uh, why you changed that to the
He likes
brand
that story.
that you are that you have now?
Right. So the majority of people would know me as my previous name when I was married, which was Dianna Forsberg. That's where I had, so many things that I accomplished. And just in the last 6, 7 months was when I started my rebrand of my given name, Dianna Maria. That is my name. And yeah, so James likes the story of me getting getting pissed off with my ex-husband about the name. Like it was a conversation. I don't even remember exactly how it went, but you just you have to remember like I said, who you are to your core, the legacy that you are leaving. It doesn't really matter what the name is, but there is still power in your name. And so, I would tell any entrepreneur when they are, thinking about what they want to leave for their legacy and the things that they are currently building, right? What you're building today, what you're going to build tomorrow. Um, it, it starts with you, right? And if you're building something to last, you do want to remember who you are and who you are to your core. And it just really just helps you go even a little bit more harder, right? I think I think I got definitely a little bit more stronger, a little bit more bold. There was something in that rebrand, and I just know that the main reason is because I started out building one name, which was great, but I am Dianna Maria, and it hits home with me.
Wow. Diana, in February 2022, this year, you opened the Diana Maria Med Spa. Well, first of all, what is the services that your med spa offers, and how is it different from some of the others?
Alrighty, so we focus on body contouring, not doing any Botox or facials or anything like that, but full body detox, um, muscle building, cellulite reduction, fat reduction, non-surgical BBLs, which is the Brazilian butt lift. So building the glute muscle to give it shape, doing vacuum therapy to lift the butt. Um, so yeah, and then we also have an incredible machine that literally does like a 3D body scan and tells you everything. Like it literally takes a scan of your whole body and turn it 360 degrees to measure, arms, chest, waist, thighs, um, really, really good stuff. So we're excited, really, really excited to bring this these incredible machines and make some great stuff happen with the things that is customized as well.
That does sound exciting. I have a question. So,
Yep, and that's the reason why we're going to dominate. So you will have people who will come in, and I haven't had anybody to come in like just for one treatment, but I do know that it will happen. But the majority of the clients, they come in ready to make the lifestyle change. And so, especially with me being a health and wellness expert and, bodybuilding and all of that, I keep it real. You can have things done, but if you want to enhance it, you want to make it better, you want to keep it, there are changes that has to happen. I can help you get there even faster if you do what I advise. So it's customized nutrition, cardio, weight training. Those programs are in place for my VIP clients that's ready to come in on a package and have a real transformation. So the idea is not to have you come in for a treatment. I'm here to help you build a lifestyle, build a body, a better body than you've ever had in your entire life, and make sure that you're not wasting your money. You're going to keep it. I'm going to tell you what to do so that you can keep it. And these are things that will be written out on a program for you to follow.
Wow.
While you are the health and wellness expert, have you received any feedback so far? And I know you just opened last month, but any feedback from your clientele as of yet?
Yep. Everyone is very, very excited. They are probably surprised that they have results even in their very first session. But yeah, everyone is really, really excited. They are very, very pleased. They're happy with their results, even if it's just one or two sessions. And I think they've kind of blown their own mind. And, when you can help someone make changes very quickly, they start to believe in themselves again. Like, you can put somebody on a program, but if it kind of takes them a while to get there, they're still kind of in the dump. But when they can see changes very quickly, they get motivated very fast.
Wow. This is extraordinary. And I think you're doing things that most people need to understand, and they need to be a part of this. And we're going to make sure that we're going to let our listening audience know how they can get in touch with you. But currently, I know we're going to have to take a break. People that are not in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, is there anything in your vision where they would be able to do some of the stuff video or just get the products? And I want you to think about that, because when we come back from the break, we're going to talk about that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we also going to talk about this Brazilian butt lift without the surgery. So I want to learn a little bit more about that one. But right now, I tell you, we got to take a station break, but we're going to come back and continue this absolutely fantastic conversation with Dianna Marie. If you want to be part of the conversation, 972-870-8704 is your life. We'll be back shortly after the break.
We're good. All right.
Yes.
Oh, look at my last track.
Okay. She corrected me. I'm mispronouncing your name.
Get him, girl.
Okay.
I fired somebody for, I literally, like, real talk, I fired somebody in January for not getting my name right.
Oh, come on.
No, it was deliberate. It was deliberate. It was deliberate.
Okay, so this is what I like to do. I don't want to come back, and I was serious about that question. People that, like, okay, I want to be able to get this product. I want to be able to get in touch. Or you plan on doing it in Zoom or doing it in...
No, I mean, not right now.
Okay.
But as far as products, yes, there will be some products that will be in the website.
Hold
Yeah.
that thought.
Okay.
Okay, so...
You can start right.
Hello, welcome back to It's Your Life. I'm James Cole. We're having this absolutely fantastic conversation with this entrepreneur, fitness entrepreneur. I mean, I don't know what to call her, because she does so many different things. And we were just having a fun and just learning about all the things that she is doing, the products that she's creating. We haven't even talked about a lot of them, but we're getting ready to talk about a lot of them right now. But I tell you, if you want to be part of the conversation, that's 972-870-8704. So down prior to the break, we were talking. I know Michelle was talking about the meta spa and some of the things that you do. What do you think that meta spa is in so high demand
Because people like the quick fix.
right
Right? So when you can have some treatments that are put in place for you, and you can do less work in the gym, people, they like that, right? Yeah, they like that.
can you tell us a little bit about I Am the Change brand?
Yep, so let's make that shift. So I'm the Change is a brand that I actually came up with several years ago, but so many things happened like back to back that kind of had me in that space that it just wasn't the right time. And everything happens in God's timing. Last year, I was able to understand why it just wouldn't go anywhere. Right, there was just so many pushbacks, and it was because I was not partnered with the person that I'm partnered with now. I was building that brand on my own, and so I went to one of my good friends, Mr. Christopher Wright, and talked to him about the brand and the vision that I have for it, and asked if this was something he wanted to build with me. He was very, very excited about it. It was great to partner with him because he's kind of like the male version of me when it comes to entrepreneurship. He's really, really strong. And so it started last year as far as us, putting pen to paper ideas and things like that. But then life happens and, we didn't do everything that we needed to do to push it along. But around the I'll say about the third quarter of last year, I was like, look, we are literally sitting on like an amazing brand. We're not doing anything, and I think that it's time. Like, everything doesn't have to be perfect. I think that's where people make the mistake. They're just waiting for everything to be just perfect before they launch. And so we just made the decision to run, right, and put everything in order and make some stuff happen. And one of the best decisions ever. We launched January 10th. We're super, super excited for the things that we have coming, but it's a self-development self-development brand that helps people remind people that they ultimately have the power to make any change that they want in their lives, right? I think so many times we're looking for someone to give us all of the answers. We're looking for someone to give us all of the push. But really, it's going to boil down to you doing what you have to do. Like, you can hire all the coaches, you can have all the money, but unless you realize that you have the power to make the change with anything in your life, like, it's just not going to happen. So we just help people to, of course, recognize, the weaknesses that are holding them back, but put more concentration on their strengths. Like, people are stronger than what they think they are. You're usually doing much better than what you really think you are. So helping people believe in themselves again, but on a whole nother level.
Okay, so you mentioned the I Am the Change brand and that it strives more confidence in others. Can you give us some examples of how this works with others?
I mean, being right there in a community, right? So we have a Facebook community that we created when we launched the brand. Our very first challenge was a 21-day healthy habit challenge, right? And so just being a wellness coach, I can't tell you how many people start their day like literally just rolling out of bed. Once you learn to have a really healthy schedule, especially in the morning, that's when you can really conquer your day. You can really make some great things happen. So with the 21-day challenge, had a lot of people, be a part of that. But some of the key things that we set in place was having people wake up 1 hour earlier in their day than what they normally would. we read a personal development book called Relentless by Tim Grover. Tim Grover, I'm not sure if you know, but he was the coach and mentor of people like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. He was their personal trainer as well, Charles Barkley. But phenomenal book. Relentless is a phenomenal book. And if there is something inside of you that wants to come out, but you just can't quite figure out how to pull it out of you, like that book will absolutely do it. So we held one another accountable, waking up an hour earlier than what we normally would. Had people check in the group when they did, reading a chapter a day of Relentless, um, and letting people kind of talk a little bit more about the things that they wanted to accomplish. And I was like, hey, you can just pick one thing that you would like to get done in the next 21 days, right? So we had some people doing that. People forget to dream. And so when you can help them understand, like, hey, it's your habits that's kind of holding you back. You're thinking that it's all of these other things around you, but it starts with your habits. And if you can learn to create healthy habits, you start your day on a positive note. You're giving yourself those affirmations to remind you who you are, and you are the one doing it. You are the one waking up earlier. You are the one getting into personal development so that you can realize that you have this power to do this. You're getting in that exercise. You're setting a goal, whatever it is, within the next 21 days. And people were just so grateful and so happy to be surrounded by individuals, who, man, maybe they fell off track. Maybe they used to have healthy habits that could help them do that, but maybe something happened and they don't do it anymore. Maybe they have never learned how to do that. People were having a lot of struggles. I was talking to some other leaders about struggles that people have, and it was just kind of like some people are really hurting. Like, since COVID, they are having a hard time just staying focused on the things that they know that they need to do to make better decisions, to make better choices. And so that group has been phenomenal. We're getting ready to actually start another 21-day challenge coming up in the next couple of weeks. So that's going to be powerful as well.
Wow, Diana, it's really all about, changing what you used to do because regardless of what it is, we always need to experience new things and try new things, get out the norm of what a person continues to do because you can find enlightenment and also your creativity in changing certain behaviors.
Right.
Now, I know that you are a best-selling author of a collaborative women's empowerment book titled Girl, Get Up and Win. Can you tell us about that book and what message you wanted to convey in that book?
Right. So that was a phenomenal project, and shout out to my very good friend, Dr. Talisha Berry. She got me started with that collaboration. Each of us had, a chapter, something that we needed to get out there to help empower people. And the whole book is based on ways that you can motivate and inspire someone through your particular story. My chapter, because I was right in the thick of it, but my chapter was just how I literally had to turn everything around while I was in the midst of a really, really messy divorce. So, yeah, it was pretty powerful, but filled with motivation and inspiration. Lots of great stories from people who overcame some things that maybe they thought would even break them.
So, Diana, you are also a professional bikini bodybuilder. Um, is there any chance you'll compete again in this avenue anytime soon?
Definitely not anytime soon. Definitely not. It takes a lot of time. Thankfully, I did that for such a long time that I still have a lot of the same habits, but you know, the training that you have to have, it's pretty intense, and I like, just being real, I don't have time to train like that. I'm just in a space now where I'm just keeping, you know, a lot of those same principles, but pouring a lot of that expertise into my clients.
Wow, I tell you what, hold those thoughts. We're gonna take a station break, but we're gonna come back and we're gonna continue this fascinating conversation with Dianna Maven. And I tell you, if you want to be part of this conversation, Dianna Maria, if you want to be part of this conversation, that's 1-8. That's 1-972-870-8704. We'll be back shortly after the break. Not competing anytime soon?
No, I don't have the time.
Hey, Michelle, I want you to bring this segment back. And you got the first question. And we want to primarily get on work-life balance. I think that's very important, especially.
I'll tell her.
Well, hold on one second. Anything that we haven't covered that that you feel that we need to highlight in this last segment? We got 11 minutes.
Michelle, I'll let you know when it's time.
I want to talk about that non-surgical BBL.
Oh yeah.
There's a reason.
You bet. Alrighty. All right, Michelle, you can start right now.
Welcome back to the James Corden Show. It's your life. Listening audience, we have a great show, and we're coming back with Dianna Maria, the multi-talented, successful entrepreneur. If you want to be part of the show, please call in at 1-972-870-8704. Dianna, what have you learned about yourself being an entrepreneur that you never knew before?
A lot. You, of course, you don't realize how difficult it is, because people don't talk about that too often. Yeah, it's tough. It's very gratifying, right? Very gratifying. It's amazing. I would not change any of that, but it is a lot of work. You have to rely on yourself a lot. I would encourage people to dig deep into getting more discernment. That is very, very strong. I think that is one of the things that has helped me a great deal, especially over the last probably 2 years. As you learn do's and don'ts, discernment is going to save your life big time. Those gut feelings, sometimes you don't always know exactly what it is, but you know that it just isn't right. You have to go with that. Sometimes you won't have all of the facts, but discernment is key. Having very, very good relationships. I'm a relationship person. A lot of times you may not always have all of the answers, but you're connected to very smart people that you trust that has the answers. There's always going to be someone who can add value, and you have to be open to that. Be a student. Don't ever get to the point where you think that you have all of the answers. I am one of the best students. I live to be that. I always want to be a student. That may be some things that some people they don't quite get. Even if you are considered an expert in a field, there's always somebody who knows more than you. I like to surround myself with people who are smarter than me, who have more money than me, who look better than me. I mean, these are people that I surround myself with. As long as you have people where, like they say, you're not the smartest person in the room, you know you're in the right room.
Wow. You know, I want to go back a little bit and talk about this Brazilian butt lift without surgery.
Yes.
I'm just kind of curious. Can you explain that to our listeners?
Right. So one of the reasons that I get excited to have this conversation on this subject is because people do not understand the risks that comes with having this surgery. You have a lot of people, a lot of women who are traveling to Miami. They are traveling to Colombia. I mean, they are having this surgery, which is extremely risky. Number one, it's very, very expensive. I mean, like probably close to like $20,000 or more, and it is extremely risky. Uh, Doctors are not putting enough focus on the risks of having this surgery, but it has been noted to be even worse than a person having open heart surgery. So you have women who are literally risking their lives just to try to get their dream body. So I am very honored and grateful to know that I have an alternative to help someone achieve those goals without risking their life to do so. The things that are in my med spa, they are safe, non-invasive, and natural. So I would just say, ladies, it is not worth it. It is absolutely not worth it, and it is a pity that there's not enough focus on the risks that women are taking just to have their dream body. It is absolutely one of the worst surgeries that a person could ever have in their entire life.
Wow. You are so busy. And I know you got a 6-year-old son,
Mm-hmm.
and you got other things going on in there.
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance work and life to make sure that you're getting the proper mental, physical, and emotional uh, equilibrium out of these things?
I don't think there is a balance daily. I think I just snatch my balance. For example, I have a lot that I have to do, a lot of things on my to-do list. Last night, man, I was in the bed at 9 p.m. I do not go to bed that early, but I was mentally exhausted. So I took my shower, I got in the bed, I put on my rain music. I listen to rain music when I go to bed. I turn my ringer off, and I did not get up until this morning. I think sometimes you have to snatch your balance. Life is just going to throw you all kinds of curveballs. I can plan things that I need to do, and it doesn't always work out that way. So on the days when I have an extreme amount of energy, I go hard, and I'm just very resourceful with that time that I do have. And then of course you have to take, like you say, those mental moments. So I think it was last Saturday, my son and I, we, like, during the day, we just kind of chilled out. We played Uno, and he played with his wrestlers, and then we went to Dave and Buster's for a couple of hours. So sometimes you're just kind of all over the place, but then you have to just make time for certain things. It won't always be smooth, and especially if you have things going on, but it works out. It definitely works out.
Wow. I mean, you are a person that strive and go after your dreams and vision. Have you ever came across a profession or something that industry that you always wanted to be part of, but it just didn't pan out?
You must have listened to something that I said about this. So when I started school, I wanted to be an anesthesiologist. Like, I started out as pre-med. That's like another thing that a lot of people do not know, and maybe it's not until recently because I made a Facebook post about it. Yeah, so I wanted to be an anesthesiologist and very quickly changed my major. And for a really, really long time, it bothered me that I did not pursue that. There was always something that kind of brought me right back to it. So, yeah, now I get to wear scrubs every single day. Like, who knew? You know what I mean? 20 years later, 20 plus years later, I'm wearing scrubs every single day. So that is very, very exciting. Yeah, so the doctor's in the building.
We're down to the last 3 minutes, and it's a couple of questions that I want you to touch base on. So you have about 30 seconds to answer this. First of all, what does the word success mean to you? Can you define that?
Defining success. I believe that you reach the success, and like for your own success, when you are truly operating in your passion, like everything that you are doing is absolutely why you know you were born. Like this is something you are supposed to be doing. So many times that's coupled with doing things to help people, change their lives. When you are completing the things that you set out to do, right? You are a person who you you finish everything that you start. It's not going undone. Um, and just adding value to another person's life. The success isn't always about money, but it's about making an impact. And I believe that when you do that, that's where true success lies.
Diana, how can listeners contact you if they want to check out more information regarding your med spa or check out any information about you?
So my med spa website is diannamariamedspa.com. On IG, it is Dianna Maria Med Spa. My personal IG is it's Dianna Maria, no apostrophe. My Facebook page is Dianna Maria Med Spa. I'm gonna keep it simple for y'all. And my personal Facebook is Dianna Maria 444.
Wow. Last question. Last question. What uh, what are a couple of takeaways you want our listening audience to take from this absolutely fantastic movie?
Go after your dreams. Go after your dreams. Do not stop. One of the things that helped me to get to where I am now when I first made the decision to be a full-time entrepreneur is I put myself on 30, 60, 90-day goals. I literally wrote out for the entire year 30, 60, 90-day goals. Every single 30 days, I was getting something accomplished. And that's one of the reasons that I had the ability to accomplish so much in such a short period of time because I put timetables on it.
Wow. Diana, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show. We're going to have you back again.
Of course.
As you continue to do all the great things, we're going to get you back.
Thank
So I want
you.
to thank you so much. I'd like to thank my absolutely fantastic co-host, who's, I tell you, she does all the heavy lifting. I'd like to thank my great producer, Matt, who's here at the
Thank
studio with me.
you.
Most
Thank you,
importantly,
guys.
I'd like to thank the listening audience
Yes.
for taking the time to tune into the James Cooley It's Your Life radio podcast or whatever we might want to call it. But we're always looking for sponsors so we can continue to bring this great message to you. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. It's your life. I'm James Cooley.
Good. Yep.
Okay.
Facebook audience, as you see that this absolutely fantastic guest brought it. I knew she was going to do it. She always do. Any takeaways you want our Facebook audience to get from this?
I mean, pretty much how I ended it. Like seriously, as it relates to being an entrepreneur, it is tough. It is tough. Do not let people make you think that it's easy. It is not. It is a day-to-day grind. But once you make up in your mind that there are some things that you need to be tackling, there are some things that you know that you need to be doing. Don't give up on it. It doesn't have to be perfect in order for you to start. But start, and then make sure that you are connecting yourself with people who believe in you, people who want you to win, and people that you can learn from. So, yeah.
Real quickly,
Yes.
and tell them, especially the folks in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, how can they come to your place, get the treatment, just check out all the great things that you guys are doing, that cleansing, that big old joke, because I saw you with.
Yeah, the detox room. Yes, so we are downtown Dallas, 400 North St. Paul Street, Suite 200. You can go to the website and request a consultation. All of the appointments are appointment only, no walk-ins, because the treatments usually take 30 minutes or more, so you want that to be planned out perfectly. But yes, absolutely go to the website, check out, some of the services provided, think about some things that you would like to change, and during the consultation, I can help you come up with a plan and we get you started.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're going to have you again. Real soon.
Thank you.